All right, so we're going to take a look at the multimedia capabilities of the Sprint Samsung Instinct. In particular, we're going to look at the music player, the video player, YouTube access on the phone, and then some Sprint extras, Sprint Radio, Sirius Radio, Sprint TV, that kind of thing. Real quick, just to say my impressions of multimedia on the Instinct now that I've had it for a few days. It's quite good. It's not amazing. That is, it's not head and shoulders above any other top quality multimedia phone out there, and it's not as good as iPhone when it comes to just the user experience of flicking through your music and listening to music, watching videos, that kind of thing. That being said, it's still quite good. It works with the Sprint Music Store. You can load MP4, MPEG-4 format videos onto it, or you can stream stuff from Sprint TV, from YouTube. The camera is kind of it's an average cell phone camera, to be honest. It's 2 megapixel. This is the camera mode. You can see there's not a whole lot to it. There aren't a lot of adjustment settings. You can switch to camcorder mode. Pictures come out fine. They're not great, but they're not that bad for a cell phone camera. You look on the back, there's no flash, there's no autofocus either. It's point and shoot. There's a self-portrait mirror. I would have liked to have seen a flash. Camera features are pretty good. You can transfer via Bluetooth. You can go to slideshow mode. You can send your messages. So I'm going to pick a photo there, excuse me. And you can send them in a message to an email or a phone number. We've got one-touch uploading to a bunch of online services. It's configured for MySpace and PhotoBucket right now. It's also got, that's what it's got. These features all work as advertised. The Bluetooth works well. You can transfer files. I found in transferring files in that the transferring music files in was great. Went right to my music folder, showed up in the music player. I transferred a photo in and it seemed to work, but I can't find the picture on here anywhere, so that's kind of weird. You can see here the film strip mode for viewing photos. And this is what I found. You're looking right now at the photos that I'd taken with the camera and saved, and there are about 6 photos and 2 videos, so about 8 files. Scrolling through was fine. You can see I was able to click on a picture, have it come up full screen. You can zoom in and out. You can set it to a picture ID or a background. All work great. Go back to photo mode, to film strip mode. It's responsive. You can flick through. It's kind of reminiscent of the iPhone cover flow mode. A little bit different, same idea, but it looks good. The problem is that then I sideloaded about 100 or so photos from my computer onto the micro SD memory card. When I load those up, the performance decreases dramatically. All that time that there was silence in the video, that's how long it took to load up the photos. But even then, it still has to build the thumbnails. Now this happened basically every time I left the photo application and came back. I don't know if it's because the photos are stored on a memory card and not an internal memory, so it has to read them. I don't know if it's a software issue. I don't know if it's a low-powered processor issue. But whatever it is, when you compare Instinct to iPhone and you're looking at a whole bunch of photos, it's like night and day. I have my iPhone loaded up with about 600 or 700 photos right now, and it takes a second, not even a second, to get them loaded up so I can scroll through. As you can see here, the performance is lagging not only in loading up the database of the thumbnails, but when I click onto a photo, there's a lag. Now I'm trying to scroll, and it's going halfway between photos, and it pauses, or there's a delay in the time between when I actually touch the touchscreen and when it responds. So definitely, this is a glitch that hopefully Samsung and Sprint can work out with a firmware update, because if you're marketing this phone as a media powerhouse and you're marketing it to take on iPhone, this is the kind of thing that a side-by-side comparison, there's really no contest right now. The iPhone is just much better equipped to deal with being a digital photo album, which honestly is a really cool feature. And to be fair, Instinct has a really nice display and the photos look good on it. So the hardware, the software, the load time, all that should really be up to snuff to take advantage of the display. Again, as you can see here, going back and loading up the thumbnail database, it just takes too long. It's frustrating. All right, and here's a look at the camcorder mode. I'm going to load up a video that I shot on the Instinct, saved in the camera memory. And the quality, honestly, the quality is pretty good, a little above average, I think, for a cell phone camcorder. It's not a Nokia N95. You're not getting, VGA quality, but definitely better than your average run-of-the-mill throwaway video. There's no zoom, no flash, anything like that. You can see I'm moving and walking around the room there. That wasn't a zoom on the camera. But, definitely you can use it to catch those once-in-a-lifetime videos and upload them to YouTube. I'm going to go now to the video player. So I side-loaded a video onto the memory card. And yeah, there's a lag opening up the video player now, which is definitely a little bit annoying. I've had a few crashes since I've had the phone. It hasn't like frozen up completely, but I've had a few apps crash on me. We're going to go to My Videos, side-loaded. So I loaded up a few different types of videos. It takes MPEG-4s only, and apparently there are some codec restrictions. I tried to put on this episode of Arrested Development that I have, and it won't play. It starts to load, and then it kind of freaks out, and it takes me back. So this one's unsupported right now. But then I had this MPEG-4 video that I shot on my camcorder a while ago, actually at the Instinct launch at CTIA. And that quality is pretty good. That's actually, it was a low light, kind of funky lighting at this event. And there's a little glare on the screen here from my camcorder, sorry, but hopefully you can see it. I'm pretty happy with the way videos look on the widescreen here if they're side-loaded. So we'll give that a thumbs up for the video playing as long as you have the right codec. You can make playlists. You can look at the videos you've shot on your camcorder as we did before. You can see they're saved in 3G format. And there you go. So we'll look at now Sprint TV. This is one of the areas that Sprint told me that they're fine-tuning still the network, the EVDU Rev-A network. They're hoping to get this a little more up to snuff before launch on June 20th, before the phone gets out to consumers. And I hope so, because the quality is a little bit blocky here. Sprint said they've optimized the TV streams specifically for Instinct. I'm not a huge fan of mobile TV, to be honest, but I have to say the little bit I've seen of AT&T service on the View, I thought it looked a little bit better than Sprint's does. Okay, now this actually looks a little bit better than it did yesterday. Well, now you can see the blockiness there in that transition. So, mobile TV, it's a new thing. Yeah, you can see the blockiness in the graphics when they fade up. That being said, the service loads relatively quickly, and the interface is pretty nice. It does this split screen thing so you can keep watching while you scroll through your channels. And then we can switch to something else. Takes a couple seconds for it to load up to grab the stream. And this one's taking a little bit longer. So there's Cartoon Network. And you can listen through headphones as well, obviously. And it was funny, the same thing on the AT&T service when I tried it a few weeks ago. Cartoons look better than people. I think it's just because of the resolution and the streaming and the frame rate, cartoons are just a little better suited. But, again, the Sprint TV performance on the Instinct, honestly, I'd say it's kind of so-so. It works. It's not, amazing. Hopefully it will get better as the network speed gets bumped up and they get everything up to speed here. And you can scroll through your channels and everything. You can check that out on the Sprint website if you want to see what channels they have. Let's hop on over to... let's check out YouTube since we're talking about video.